Due to the popularity of the Marvel Zombies TV show, I decided to finally do my review on the What If Zombie Captain America. Ended up getting this one a few years ago. Never decided to do anything with it. Finally decided to do this review. Pretty cool figure, in my opinion. I think at the time they were like 19.99, $20. This is part of the Build a Figure wave on the back. Really nothing too crazy. Not sure what it resells for now. I'll be looking over the accessories, which only comes with the shield articulation, which I'm hoping is somewhat decent. It is pretty graphic, pretty nice looking Captain America. Wouldn't expect much from what it would come with, considering it is just a zombie version. So let's go ahead and look straight into the figure. Here we have a quick trade shot, nothing crazy. So we're just gonna really look at the shield. Pretty basic, nothing crazy. It does have some purple paint to resemble, guts and stuff like that. I guess they decided to do purple instead of red, so it's not too graphic for kids. Even though collectors do purchase these Marvel Legends, they are technically kid toys. Next, here we have Captain America. It's actually a really good figure, in my opinion. Has really good articulation. When I was playing with it a little bit, you guys can see that the paint is really good. Even the sculpt, when you see a lot of the damages on the legs, on the torso, the ripped clothing, the additional purple paint around the costume, the yellowing right here on the ribs. Pretty good, in my opinion. Definitely a great figure. Actually, a lot better than I thought it would be. So we're gonna go ahead and look at the articulation. There is no butterfly joints, which does suck. It does have double jointed elbows, which is actually pretty cool. It does have the swivel right here on the bicep. It does have double jointed knees as well as some swivel here on the calves, and also has thigh swivel. No butterfly joints. Has a pretty good ab crunch forward and ab crunch back. You guys can see all the added detail right here, like the ripped um costume as well as his ribs. Everything is pretty cool. Even you can see through his leg, which is pretty cool. Barely held up by his bones right there. He is missing one of his boots, so his leg is exposed. Not sure why they went with this weird shade of blue skin or turquoise skin. Not really sure, but I guess it works. You guys can see the head sculpt is really well detailed with the yellow eyes. His mouth is wide open. The chin strap is a little bit ripped. His helmet looks pretty cool. Mask overall not bad. It's also pinless. You guys can see pinless knees right here, as well as the arms. Pretty cool in my opinion. Even the articulation on the feet moves pretty good. I think you can move this in multiple different poses. Pose pretty good, moves pretty smoothly. Kind of cool for a figure that I've had in the box for the last couple of years. Would have been nice if he had different kind of hands to hold the shield, but you could still basically just put it through his arm like so. Kind of cool like that. We're gonna go ahead and put some poses on him so you guys have a better look of what you can do with this Captain America. This version of Captain America is actually really grotesque looking. The amount of detail that they added on the paint, on the sculpt of the bones, and the missing pieces on the legs, even him missing his boot, is pretty funny in my opinion. The only thing I would really like if this version of Cap had like a peg on the back of the shield in order to place it on the back, but obviously you're not going to be posing this figure like a traditional Captain America. Eventually, I'm going to probably do a comparison of the Infinity War Captain America alongside of this Captain America zombie version just to see exactly what's the similarities. What I do like about this one, besides the detail, is the articulation, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, thigh swivel, um the calf swivel as well, and it's pinless, which is actually really good. It's not doesn't have butterfly joints, but that's not really a big deal because the type of figure that this is. Overall, pretty great. Pretty great figure. I think at the time it was like 19.99, maybe 20. It is a build a figure. It's part of the build a figure wave. Even though this one doesn't have an actual build a figure piece, it's still along that same wave. Overall, pretty great figure. I think I would rate this probably like an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely one of my favorite versions of Captain America. And then one of my favorite zombie figures altogether, which I don't really have too many, but this one definitely takes the cake of one of my favorite Marvel Legend figures and Halloween and or zombie versions as well. But you guys let me know down in the comment section below, what do you think of this zombie version of Captain America? And you guys let me know if you ended up picking it up. I'm not sure what you could buy it for right now in the resale market, but definitely a guaranteed pickup if you're able to find it at a cheap price.